Okay, all the original clips are still on this one, or on this set, and it's a lot of road grime on the back, but really not too bad. And the other side shows very few denser dings on both of these, so the idea is to get these cleaned up and see what we need to do for straightening anything out and buffing it. I do have another set of clips, so we're gonna have to go ahead and pop these off, I guess, first. It's probably just make note of how they're on here and then figure out how I'm gonna get new clips on the 55. Okay, before I take off these clips, I want to make sure, just double check the spacing. I assume these are original, if they haven't moved. And it looks like we're looking at about a foot. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 aside. So center to center, yeah, center to center, we're a foot apart as it goes all the way back with all of these. Yep. And then I guess from the edge, it looks like we're 4.5. 4.5 both of these. Well, that's from one end. This looks like it's the front end. And the front end, what is that? We'll call, well, I guess I'll shake it up at the top, doofus. Looks like it's right at 4. So from the front 4, and from the back side, we're looking at 4.5. So I guess if you space them just for one of the sides correctly, you'll be fine anyway. So I wanted to make sure I did that. Then also, the way the tabs are, we're looking at, I guess I should put the camera around, be easier. This is the top, that's the bottom, and you can see how each one of those little clips are oriented there. So, and it looks like you slide the stainless steel on top of the clip and then snap it in from the bottom. So I'm going to try to unsnap from the bottom and see what happens here. That first one was extremely simple. They do unclip from the bottom pretty easily, so we'll just test that on this one. Try to hold the camera here, just kind of pop that up, and it just pops right off. And of course you can see there's no distortion to the stainless steel or anything. So that is indeed how they're held on. So we'll take all these off, and I don't know how to compare these clips to the new ones I have, the reproduction I have, the new ones, but some of these are pretty crispy. Okay, so after about 15 minutes with some dollar store awesome cleaner in the bucket and some water and a plastic brush, this is what it looks like. Most of the grime, of course, if not all of it, off of there. Now we just got some, like some tar deposits on here, some stains on the stainless steel. So next up is to take some steel wool to this and just the awesome cleaner and see what that does. After that, we'll try some stainless steel cleaner, actually, almost like a polish, or like really won't say a wax, and see what that does as well, just to give some results. We'll just try one spot in the middle just to show what the differences are of cleaning it with awesome, and then with steel wool and awesome, and then with stainless steel cleaner. Okay, we just spent about 5 minutes with some fine steel wool. I think it's a quadruple 0. And then you can see still a little bit left in the grooves here. Really had to get on that, some elbow grease. But what happened on the leading or the bottom edge and the back side, cleaned up really good on that lip and on the top as well. Next up, what we'll do is we'll dry off this section, and then we'll hit it with the stainless steel cleaner I have. I think I got 1 or 2 different brands, and try them out and see what we get as far as results are concerned. All right, this next section right here is with Brasso. And of course, once you get done with Brasso, you can feel it. But here you go. You guys Probably recognize this old stuff, an old standby, but does a pretty good job with the stainless. And of course, when you're done, it kind of leaves a film on there. You know, you've been doing something to it. But with the awesome cleaner and the stainless, no film or any kind of a waxy substance left over, just clean metal. But getting into these grooves is going to be a chore. You can see that coming. So I'm wondering about a light sanding sponge. I don't know, but what I may do is get a paint paddle and go in at an angle each one of these grooves with stainless steel, steel wool. Go up and down the length of it and see how that goes. It might speed up the process, I think, a little bit. And there are some nicks here and there, of course, but the big thing would be to buff out that main top portion really well and get it nice and shiny before I install it. I finished, I guess the one that goes on the driver's side, when I could tell. By the way, these are particular to a side, the way the front leading edge is made. This is for the passenger side, but they ran out pretty good. You can tell which one I did, this one here, and it takes some elbow grease, though. You can tell the difference between the two. One of the bottom's not perfect, but most of it's gotten up, and I'd imagine in the ridges and edges in here deep, I'm hoping a buffing wheel can get the rest of that out and taken care of. And then I'm going to have to address this top portion of both of them just to get it to where I like it, and then not be so concerned with what's going on down here, as long as it's nice and shiny. It'd be next to impossible. Take me a long time to get all those dings out of there. Of course, there's not that many dings, but some of those edges are in rough places. So I think if that top portion looks good, the rest of it kind of follow along, especially from the bottom or towards the bottom of the car, so close to the road. And I guess these are just meant to be a guard for the stainless, but since they're always on the car, so this is a piece of stainless trim.